Whatre.
What is up, YouTube? We have a different type of video here. So, we're gonna do a gun rating. And now you're probably looking at my list like, bro, what the absolute shit are you doing on this chart? Because this thing is wrong. This is just my opinion, right? I am a mid-range fighter when it comes to arc raiders. I like mid-range fighting. I like assault rifles. I like some snipers. This is my rating. So we're just gonna start from top down. And we're just gonna do like a little discussion. Venator, disgustingly broken. This thing needs a nerf so bad, and I know so many people are tired of seeing this weapon in the game right now because everybody and their fucking mom uses this weapon because it beats everything. This thing is disgusting. I'm sure when you watch my streams, you hear me bitching, complaining like a little bitch. But yeah, this thing is absolutely disgusting. I don't use it because of that reason. Obviously, I'm stupid for, being that way. But I've always been like that way in every game. I try not to use the busted weapon or mechanic because, it's just not fair. I hate it when it's used on me, so I'm not going to do it to anybody else. Renegade. I feel like it's a very, relatively, what's the word I'm looking for here? It's a relatively balanced sniper, in my opinion. I feel like in some cases it can be too strong. Whoops. But I feel like overall it's very balanced. It has good damage output. It's a medium ammo weapon. It's not hard to craft. It's just overall good. I think it's probably one of the better sniper rifles in my opinion, and that's why it's S tier. You can have insane output damage, especially if you're someone who can aim and hit your shots. This is a very, very good weapon. All right, Anvil, obviously a very, very strong hand cannon. I also want to say this one is relatively balanced. It really starts to shine once you get it tier 4. You get a nice barrel on it. You can 2-tap people. I want to say, obviously through green, you can 2-tap. You might be able to 2-tap through medium. I might be wrong with that one. But you can at least 3-tap through medium. So, half the clip can kill somebody in medium as long as you hit headies. Overall, I would say for its value, it's a very good S tier hand cannon weapon. Not hard to craft once you get the blueprint. Takes heavy ammo. Also, obviously, a good arc killer. Stitcher, for its value and damage, I should probably put the Whatre up here as well, but I'm gonna leave it in A tier for a reason. Stitcher, very good, very cheap SMG. Tier 4 with some good attachments. This thing will do you wonders in PvP. Super good when it's paired with, a hand cannon, sniper rifles, assault rifles, whatever. Just super good at closing the gap. Good damage output. Beautiful weapon. I love the Stitcher. Now, the reason I put Whatre in tier A is because the one-shot reload. As we all know, Whatre does exceptional damage. It breaks shields in one shot. Just very, very strong, very accurate. You put extended barrels on it. You put suppressors on it. This thing is a menace to society. But again, it's A tier just because of the reload process. Having to chamber one round, shoot, chamber a round, shoot. Renegade just shoots faster. Whatre hits harder. But I feel like just because of the DPS output, Renegade is, in my opinion, a better option if you have it. But Whatre is super cheap, super good, a monster. Tempest. I put the Tempest in tier A. Again, it's very situational. Like, everything in here is very situational, obviously, besides this little. Tempest, very good for people who can control shot dispersion, and who can aim at heads. I feel like most assault rifles in that regard can all be very good weapons. But the Tempest is definitely A, just for the fact that it has crazy output. If you can aim, if you can control shot dispersion, this thing is disgusting. Now, I did put both shotguns in tier B, only because, you know, they're specifically for close quarters. They both hit good. I feel like Embark did a very good job with the shotguns in general. They are very strong. Right now, there's an exploit with the Il Toro that you can use it like a quote-unquote double pump, where you shoot, swap to a usable, swap back, and shoot. You do that in a quick sequence, and the thing will shoot very fast. But that's definitely going to be patched. No way that stays in the game, because it's not an intended mechanic. But Il Toro and Volcano have very good output damage, very good close quarter range for clearing out. The Il Toro, I will say, it's not very good until you get tier 3 and tier 4, because you really do need the fire rate on it. Which, again, that's why the mechanic right now is disgusting with it. But you need to get the Toro leveled up before just using it. I mean, you could pair it with a Renegade and be fine if it's a low leveled Toro. It still hits good. You just have to, you know, be mindful of your spacing at that point. Kettle, I also put this in tier B. Could be a tier A weapon, but again, it's a light ammo assault rifle, so it does ass against arc. Super good again once it's tier 4. Has good mod components. The Kettle can be a very strong asset to people who have, again, good aim, good trigger finger capabilities, and just, you know, all around just people who are born to kill, right? Torrent, also a B tier weapon in my opinion. I love this thing. This thing is a freaking beautiful specimen of a machine gun. I need to start running it more often. However, I just really love assault rifles. I like the mid-range play. And the Torrent is one of those weapons where you can use it for mid-range. It burns through medium ammo so quick. And if you're doing a mid-range fight, it might be good. It might not. It really just depends on the RNG of shot dispersion at that point. Whether it's gonna, you know, be a gift from the gods, or if it's just gonna be like, I'm just gonna paint your opponent and not hit him at all. So the Trent, super good, and close range to medium, but definitely prioritize this thing in a closer range fight if possible. A lot of people will disagree with me on this pick right here for being tier B. Whenever I see a ranking video, I usually see people putting the Rattler in C or D. I put it in tier B specifically for the fact that I think it's a very slept on assault rifle. Now, a tier 4 Rattler with green components, if not green and blue, if you can aim and shoot for headshots, this thing will put people down in like 7 bullets. The big downside to the Rattler that everybody knows, it's a single bullet reload, so it takes a long time to reload. But if you can control the shot dispersion, you have good recoil control, this thing will put people down fast. I feel like it's a very slept on assault rifle. I personally love running tier 4 Rattlers, and going on Blue Gate and playing the range fight, because I feel like it's a very slept on assault rifle. Now, tier C, a Pregio. I so bad want to make this gun work. I have run a tier 4 Pregio with full greens, you know, blues, purples, whatever. I have run this damn thing with good attachments as a tier 4, and something is not right. The Pregio is missing something. I don't know if it's missing damage. I don't know if it's missing... I just don't know what it's missing. It doesn't feel right. There are times where the Pregio will, you know, insta-kill somebody. But I feel like it's only when that person's wearing a green shield. If they have anything over a green shield, I feel like the Appreciate is useless. It takes way too long to crack someone's shield, and if you're doing a range fight, even with good shot dispersion components on the Appreciate, the bullets are just not, they're not clumped as well as they're supposed to be, in my opinion. I feel like as a burst rifle, this thing should put out some good, medium to long range damage. In some cases, long range not being like sniper range, but like medium, wherever you'd use an assault rifle, I feel like this thing should do better work than it's supposed to. Because right now, I can't tell if it's a damage problem or if there's like a stat problem with shield and the Appreciate that is maybe it's missing something, or that the bullets aren't sinking correctly when it hits. I don't know. I could be wrong. But to me, something is off with it. I can't tell what it is, but something really feels off with the Appreciate. Bobcat, to me, is a C tier SMG. I feel like no matter what you put on this thing, it's going to take a whole mag to down someone, just because of how fast it shoots and the sinking of the bullets. This thing just kind of, again, something that feels off with it. You can put great components on it, and I'm sure people are going to say I'm wrong. They're like, oh, I kill a guy in, a third of my clip all the time. Like, it's super good. Maybe you're right. I don't know. Maybe I'm stupid. But I swear, the Bobcat just doesn't do justice for it being a purple SMG. Stitcher, the value that it puts out for how much it's worth, or like the damage it puts out for its value, is crazy good. This being a purple SMG, taking like half to a full mag just to down one person, like it's a liability in a team fight. Because I feel like if you don't hit those shots, you're dead, unfortunately. Going on to the Beretta, I feel like the Beretta is a very balanced pistol. Like, I feel like it's an early game pistol. It's not super strong. It's not super weak. If you get the jump on someone with it, you can put them down pretty quick. I never used it. I'm not really a big fan of pistols in general. As you know, like, I will use the Anvil just because, it's a good solid choice if you're running like a heavier weapon. Or, just by itself, it's a good. But, Beretta, I feel like if you're just going for, your early kit, it's something just to take. I'm sure it's cheap as heck to make. I've just never done it. Osprey is a very disappointing one for me. I feel like if they made this a heavy ammo type sniper rifle, it would be way higher up on the list. For it being a scoped sniper rifle, to me, it's the weakest one when it comes to the sniper line of things. Because, like, obviously the Renegade, super good DPS output. Pharaoh, very strong hitting weapon. And then Osprey is just like that. You get range, and that's it. Like, you shoot, chamber. It's slower than a Renegade to chamber, but you chamber it to zoom back in and shoot. It just doesn't feel good. It doesn't. I don't know. I feel like they just have to change the Osprey to make it. Okay, I feel like the Pharaoh is supposed to be that early game sniper, and then once you get some material built up, you're getting some better gear. Your Osprey should be the next up, being a strong sniper. But to me, it's just not strong enough. And then going into tier D, this is like just all your arc weapons, and the hairpin just kind of get them out of there. Only trolley people use the hairpin. I mean, it's what it's designed for. It's designed to just be you're just a quiet Splinter Cell agent, going for content, whatever. Betna, heavy ammo assault rifle, good for some arc, I guess. Like, it's just, the thing breaks so fast. Its durability is terrible compared to every other weapon. I feel like in one run, you'll just break your Betna. So it's just not worth it. For it being a purple and being an arc killer, it does do like some decent damage in PvP. It's not worth it. It's really not. The thing breaks so fast. Equalizer, Jupiter, great arc killers. I haven't used either of them, but I've seen them. Like, that's what they're used for. Arc killing and I guess shield breaking is what they're good for. Hull Cracker. It's the Hull Cracker. Good for farming arc, and that's pretty much it. But yeah, this is my list, guys. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you would have any other changes or any other thoughts and opinions. I'm just trying to get some content out for you guys. I had 4 hours recorded yesterday that ended up finding out that my desktop audio was not recording at all. So all that footage is just null and void. Big sad. But I'm going to get some more recording for you guys today. And hopefully get some more videos out. Love you guys. Appreciate you. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace.